government wanted Mubarak to stay, as did the right-wing media.
It's easy to say, hey, the dictator's out, that's great. But Sean Hannity and I know that this won't necessarily end in democracy.
The only democracy that has emerged when you see uprising like this is in Iraq. Name me one other example. I can't think of one in history, can you?
No. I mean, besides the Czech Republic, India, France, Poland, East Germany, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. Oh yeah, the United States. But that's 6, and he said name 1. I'd say Sean wins this round.
But the only thing that really mattered is what the Egyptian people wanted.
The streets of Cairo have been filled with protesters in what some are calling economic revolution, others are calling Islamic uprising, and what the local media calls Falcon Eye Scarab. Fair and balanced.
So, President Mubarak has lost the support of his people.
Not that President Mubarak ever had it to begin with.
He has lost the support of his people's pets. Mr. Pickles, how could you turn on Hosni Mubarak?
And then came Hosni Mubarak's first speech in response to the protests against him.
I have taken the side and will always be taking the side of the poor people of Egypt. I have requested the government to step down today, and I will designate a new government as of tomorrow to shoulder new duties and to account for the priorities of the upcoming era.
Message received. Hosni Mubarak has heard you and said, I fired those jagoffs. Hey, I never liked him to begin with. I wanted to get rid of him for years. I only kept him because I thought you liked him. So we're good now? You take the signs off the cats, huh?
And what was the U.S. government's reaction to millions of Egyptians insisting on Mubarak's immediate resignation?
Here's Hillary Clinton pre- and post-weekend.
Our assessment is that the Egyptian government is stable and is looking for ways to respond to the legitimate needs and interests of the Egyptian people.
A lot of the people here on the streets are telling us that they're angry. They think the U.S. is hedging its bets.
I just want to reiterate what both President Obama and I have been saying. We believe that democracy, human rights, economic reform are in the best interests of the Egyptian people. We want to see an orderly transition to a democratic government, to economic reforms, exactly what the protesters are seeking.
Did I say stable and responsive? I meant leaving. Holy making the U.S. look like a Mets fan at a Philly game. Go Mets! I mean Phillies!
But Mubarak's speech and the U.S. attempts to have him lead any type of transition just made things worse.
2 million people poured into Cairo's Tahrir Square to go to Hardee's. It's quite a draw there. To them, the curly fries are like alphabet soup. They were also there calling for the immediate resignation of Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak.
And instead of stepping down as the protesters demanded, Mubarak promised exactly what the U.S. government advised him to through his second speech.
My top priority and responsibility